Landed in Middle East. Tobago's fisherfolk still spill relief delayed, not denied. And Tobago turtle watching season kicks off. Good evening, I am Kristen Salandi and you're locked into the Tobago Updates television news for Monday, 2nd of March 2026. Now to our top story. A Tobago family has called for THA and government intervention as their 19-year-old scholar, Raylan Taylor, remains stranded in Abu Dhabi. Chief Secretary Fali Augustine confirmed yesterday that the Tobago House of Assembly is monitoring the situation and seeking national intervention. Jewel Green George reports.
19-year-old Raylan Taylor is a name synonymous with academic excellence. The Signal Hill Secondary student, recognized last year as one of the top 10 Cape performers in building, mechanical engineering, and drawing, traveled upon invitation to the United Arab Emirates on February 23rd for a candidate weekend at NYU, Abu Dhabi. He was scheduled to return home yesterday. However, retaliatory missile strikes in the region forced the closure of Abu Dhabi's airport, leaving the teenager confined to a hotel. Chief Secretary Fali Augustine revealed during yesterday's media briefing that he has been alerted to the crisis.
I received at the press conference from Assembly Member Nigel Tate from the parents or the family of a 19-year-old who actually traveled from Tobago on the 23rd of February 2026 to attend the candidate weekend at NYU Abu Dhabi.
The Chief Secretary noted that while the family remains in contact with Taylor and confirms he is safe, the logistical challenge of bringing him back to Tobago is significant. All flights out of the capital remain grounded, and the THA is now looking toward the central government for assistance.
So I will have to have a conversation with the Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs to see what Trinidad and Tobago is doing in terms of its citizens who might be stuck abroad. And then I'll be able to give a detailed response in terms of what we can do.
Augustine emphasized that until the skies under the UAE are deemed safe for commercial travel, the priority remains the teenagers' immediate welfare.
The challenge is that if the airport remain closed and flights cannot leave, then it is difficult for us to do an extraction of any member. It's about ensuring that they are safe where they are and they have access to shelter, food, and water.
As regional tensions remain high, the THA continues to monitor international reports, waiting for a window of opportunity to bring one of Tobago's brightest young minds home. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
Disgruntled fishermen in Lambo are still waiting for financial support following last year's devastating oil spill despite promises from the Tobago House of Assembly. Following a press conference last week by the Lambo Fisherfolk Association, Chief Secretary Fali Augustine addressed the delays and allegation of corruption in the processing of the relief. Jewel Green George has these details.
More than a year after the catastrophic oil spill rocked Tobago's southern coastline, the promised financial lifeline for Lambo fisherfolk remains stalled. While the THA previously announced support packages, a group of local fishermen claims they have received nothing. Chief Secretary Fali Augustine admitted bureaucratic hurdles are partially to blame, specifically regarding the informal nature of the local fishing industry.
We have a handful of fisherfolk in Lambo who did not receive any compensation, one, and two, who what we now call by abbreviation ITOF has not approved. And that's because these fisherfolk operate pretty much informally, and ITOF only treats with persons who are operating in the space formally.
Augustine emphasized that the funds are categorized as support, not compensation, as the THA maintains it is not liable for the spill caused by a capsized barge. Despite the lack of formal registration, Augustine stated the executive decided to assist these informal operators. However, the delay has sparked anger within the administration, with the Chief Secretary expressing frustration about public officers failing to process payments in a timely manner.
As a matter of fact, it's very irritating to know that we will put measures in place as an executive. We will ensure all the necessary releases and so on are done, and the support does not meet the people who are supposed to get it.
Compounding the frustration are allegations that public servants are soliciting bribes to process checks. Augustine issued a stern warning against this practice.
You have to pay nothing to get your check. Let me be clear. You don't have to pay anything to get your check.
The THA is currently investigating specific cases where fishermen were told checks were available, only to be turned away later.
All of that is being investigated and should not have happened. And we're looking to see if in the shortest possible time, within a 2-week period, we could have this matter resolved for the fisher folk in Lambo.
For Tobago Updates Television News, I'm Jewel Green George.
The hunt is over and the watch begins. As of today, Tobago transitions from the game season to the protection of its most iconic marine residents. Jewel Green George reports on the start of turtle watching season and a unique program tracking these giants beneath the waves.
The quiet shores of Tobago are now safe havens for the world's largest sea turtles. Nesting season officially began yesterday, March 1st, transforming our beaches into active maternity wards. This shift comes as the national hunting season closed on February 28th. All hunting of game species is now strictly prohibited to allow wildlife populations to recover. In the Northeast, the Environmental Research Institute of Charlottesville, ERIC, is taking protection underwater. Their Turtle Survey Diver program trains citizen scientists to monitor resident hawkbills and green turtles. These divers collect vital data on health and population trends within the UNESCO Biosphere Reserve. Authorities remind the public that all 5 local turtle species, leatherback, hawksbill, green, loggerhead, and olive ridley turtles are environmentally sensitive and legally protected. Violators face fines of up to $100,000 or jail time. While beach patrols guard the nests, ERIC's divers ensure we understand the lives of these creatures long after they leave our sands. For Tobago Updates Television News, I'm Jewel Green George.
Up next, non-compliance hindering business loan guarantee program access.
As you come in. Long time I see you. This station pumping. Ready for children party. Mommy! Jay, you can't go nowhere with these children. And you know you can't depend on Kevin neither Steven to see about them. Yeah, total waste. So I supposed to stay home whole time? Jada is 12. She could see about them. You just leave Jada to see about Kia and Kayla? I thought it was your mother or your sister. Who? Them always busy. Jada could handle that. She cooking and cleaning a long time. And the next two, better know what time it is. It's only me, you know. I will talk to my mother. She just home these days. She will make sure the children okay. Alright. Let me see the moves for later.
Before you ramage, make sure the children okay. Call 996 to report all child abuse now. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago.
Coming up, fets, pan, parades, soca. Yes, Carnival is in full swing. Artists from all over added their strokes to Antigua and Barbuda's canvas. A boost for these Barbadian projects through the power to make a difference. Equal servings of culture and good cheer. It's Caribbean Passport TV right here on this station.
TL Promotion presents Laugh and Live this Good Friday, 7 p.m. It's non-stop laughter at Bertrude Legacy Park, Lowlands. Special guest from Jamaica, Mr. Funny himself, Owen Blacker Ellis. From Trinidad, Rising Comics, Alan the Entertainer, and Son Son. And from Tobago, amateur comic, Bishop Terence Baines. Listen, this is a laughing matter. Get your tickets now at Den's Electronics, 2nd floor, Port Mall, Scarborough. And Island e-tickets or call 685-1988. At the door, you will pay more. It's gonna be a family affair. Laughter is good for the soul, whether you're young or you're old. So get your tickets now. You can't afford to miss it. Add some laughter to your Easter.
Thanks for staying with us. The Tobago House of Assembly is making a major move to support the island's struggling business sector. Finance Secretary Petalyn Roberts says the THA is slashing the minimum requirements for its loan guarantee program to help more small business owners qualify for bank financing. Jewel Green George has more.
Tobago's small business owners now have a wider door to financial support. Finance Secretary Councillor Petalyn Roberts says the THA is responding to a slow uptake in its loan guarantee program by making it more accessible. The biggest change? The minimum loan amount to qualify for a guarantee has been cut by more than half.
At the time, sometime last year, when we started the program, the minimum was $750,000. I've since reduced it to $300,000. And that therefore means that you can go to the bank for a loan for about $375,000 and access loan guarantee of approximately $300,000.
This isn't a direct cash grant from the THA. Instead, the Assembly acts as a guarantor for up to 80% of the loan value. This provides the collateral that many local entrepreneurs lack when walking into a commercial bank. The fund currently sits at $12 million, but the Secretary says an additional $8 million is coming soon to bring the total to $20 million. However, the Secretary warned that many businesses are still hitting a brick wall at the bank due to lack of tax compliance.
What the commercial banks have been saying to us is that the businesses are not compliant with the normal lending criteria. And these criteria include compliance in paying income taxes, corporation taxes, business levy, green fund levy, as well as national insurance contribution.
To qualify, businesses must be registered in Tobago, have operated for at least 3 consecutive years, and show annual revenue at least 3 times the loan amount. The fund can be used for working capital, buying equipment, or paying off supplier debts. But the Secretary made one thing clear: you don't come to the THA to start the process.
So please, my fellow people of Tobago, you are not to come to the Division of Finance, Trade and Economy or the Tobago Development Fund, which is located at Jerningham Street. You are to go to the commercial banks, and I've said the commercial banks are Republic Bank, Scotia Bank, and First Citizens Bank.
Once the bank requests the guarantee, the THA promises a fast turnaround time of just 7 business days for approval. Reporting for Tobago Updates Television News, I'm Jewel Green George.
The next phase of the 2026 Migrant Registration Framework begins today across Trinidad and Tobago. In-person interviews are now mandatory for all who completed the online digital stage. Doors opened at 8 this morning at 4 national sporting venues. In Trinidad, the Hasty Crawford, Larry Gomes, and Atto Boldon stadiums are hosting applicants through March 27th. Here in Tobago, the Dwight York Stadium will facilitate interviews from tomorrow, March 3rd, until March 11th. This follows the closure of the online portal on February 25th. Officials from the Police Service and Ministry of Health are said to be conducting security vetting and medical screenings on site. Each adult applicant must pay a $700 fee to admit administrative costs. Approved registrants will receive cards allowing them to live and work here until December 31st. All appointment notifications will be issued by March 6th. Those who do not attend their assigned interview face the risk of immediate deportation. Tobago's cruise tourism remains in high gear as the 2025-26 season pushes forward. With 6 scheduled calls confirmed for March alone, the island's ports are bracing for a busy month of international arrivals. The March itinerary kicked off yesterday with the Star Clipper docking for an overnight stay at the Charlottesville port. One of the most anticipated highlights of the month is set for March 15th, when the Hebridean Sky makes its maiden call at the port of Scarborough, an inaugural visit that further cements Tobago's appeal on regional itineraries. The month's activities will be anchored by the Mariella Explorer, which arrives on March 27th before returning for the season's final call on April 10th. Since the season launched in November, Tobago has already welcomed an estimated 48,000 cruise visitors across 41 calls. These figures are bolstered by a steady flow of stopover arrivals, which totaled over 13,000 for the previous year. These robust numbers underscore Tobago's growing reputation as a premier Caribbean destination. As the island prepares for these final 6 weeks of peak activity, the focus remains on maximizing the economic impact of the thousands of passengers still set to walk our shores. The news will continue in a moment, but why wait? You can follow every story, every update, all the time. Join the conversation and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Don't miss a beat. We will be right back.
Tobago, it's Carnival. The vibe, the event space, formerly known as Shade, Fordham Court, Tobago, says, let's celebrate Carnival. Bring your coolers every Friday and Saturday, starting from Friday the 30th of January till Carnival week, and pay $50 at the door with your cooler all night. No ice, no chaser allowed. Top DJs and artists passing through every Friday and Saturday. To pre-book your cabanas, call 369-6414 and 394-3612 or email iwamg@gmail.com. And this promotion is going on until Easter. Gates open at 9 p.m. It's rum, it's bacchanal. Bring your coolers and come.
Been down this road before. All that left is rum and bacchanal. This is Carnival.
TL Promotion presents Laugh and Live this Good Friday, 7 p.m. It's non-stop laughter at Bertrude Legacy Park, Lowland. Special guest from Jamaica, Mr. Funny himself, Owen Blacker Ellis. From Trinidad, Rising Comics, Alan the Entertainer, and Son. And from Tobago, amateur comic, Bishop Terence Baines. Listen, this is a laughing matter. Get your tickets now at Den's Electronics, 2nd floor, Port Mall, Scarborough. An Island e-tickets or call 685-1988. At the door, you will pay more. It's gonna be a family affair. Laughter is good for the soul, whether you're young or you're old. So get your tickets now. You can't afford to miss it. Add some laughter to your Easter.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Welcome back. The Tobago YMCA Aqua Warriors are returning home with heavy luggage after a dominant showing at the ASAT National Age Group Long Course Championships. An 8-member contingent battled the nation's best at the National Aquatic Center, securing an impressive 7-medal haul. Leading the charge was Onella Walker, who solidified her status as a premier backstroker by capturing double gold in 50 and 100-meter events. Amaya Henry also made waves in the 15 to 17 category, earning silver and bronze in the breaststroke. Versatility was on full display as athlete coach Rochelle Pierre secured a triple medal finish, including gold in the 50-meter breaststroke. Remarkably, every member of the contingent, including Antonio Jordan, Shauneem Allen, Shellen Cunningham, and Luke Walters, advanced to A finals in their respective events. Coached by Mosi Dinoon and Rochelle Pierre, the Aqua Warriors' success marks a growing presence for Tobago on the national swimming stage, proving once again that the island's talent can stand tall among the country's elite. The NAAA TT Carifta Games trials are in progress, with days 1 and 2 successfully completed. Athletes from various clubs across Trinidad and Tobago delivered strong performances, displaying skill, speed, and determination as they competed for selection to represent the nation at the Carifta Games, scheduled for April 4th to 6th, 2026, in Grenada and Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Here are the details.
Trinidad and Tobago's emerging athletic talent took center stage at the National Association of Athletics Administrations of Trinidad and Tobago, NAAATT, Carifta Games trials, where young competitors from across the nation showcased their speed, strength, and technical skill in a range of track and field events. The trials are a crucial stepping stone for athletes aiming to secure a place on the national team for the upcoming Carifta Games in Grenada this April, and this year's crop of talent did not disappoint. From Tobago, several standout performances caught the eye. Representing the Zenith Athletic Club, Deja Reed competed in the girls under 17 100 meters, Chacon Douglas ran in the boys under 17 100 meters, and Zai Roberts showcased her abilities in the girls under 17 long jump. Each displayed remarkable form, highlighting the island's growing presence in sprinting and field events. The Kaizen Panthers Track and Field Club also made a strong showing. Lemuel Ogbefoon competed in the boys under 20 high jump, while Caleb Campbell took on both the boys under 20 high jump and decathlon, demonstrating versatility across disciplines. Imani Matthew impressed in the boys under 20 long jump, exhibiting the strength and technique needed to excel at higher levels of competition. Middle distance events saw promising performances as well. Kyle Alexander Reed representing Tobago Select, and Darian Whiteman of Rising Superstars Phoenix both competed in the boys under 20 800 meters, reflecting the depth of talent emerging in the nation's middle distance rank. Overall, the trials underscore the wealth of athletic potential across Trinidad and Tobago. From explosive sprints to technical jumps and challenging middle distance races, these young athletes are ready to take this next step, representing the nation with pride at the Carifta Games. With Grenada set to host this year's regional championship, all eyes will be on the rising stars as they look to shine on the Caribbean stage. This is Aliyah Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
With the continuation of the TFA Premier Division League last evening at the Dwight York Stadium, football fans were treated to an exciting doubleheader that delivered goals, drama, and high-intensity action. In the opening encounter, Roxborough Lakers and Gold City FC played out a thrilling 2-all draw in a fast-paced contest. Roxborough struck first with a well-worked team goal, but Gold City responded swiftly to level the scores before halftime. The second half saw both teams raise their intensity, with each side adding another goal in a competitive battle for supremacy. Despite several late chances, neither team could find a decisive winner, and the match ended on honours even. The second fixture saw Charlottesville take on Stokely Vale FC in a tightly contested affair. Stokely Vale displayed disciplined defending and clinical finishing to secure a convincing 2-0 victory. After a goalless first half, Stokely Vale broke the deadlock early in the second period, applying sustained pressure that eventually paid off. Their second goal came from a swift counter-attack, sealing the result and earning them maximum points. The doubleheader showcased the competitive spirit and growing quality of football within the TFA Premier Division, with teams continuing to push for crucial points as the season progressed. Last Saturday at the Dwight York Stadium, action-packed football returned to Tobago as the Trinidad and Tobago Premier Football League Tier 2 unfolded. Fans witnessed a thrilling encounter between Matura United and Canby Mount Pleasant, with both teams displaying skill and determination on the pitch. The match ended with a decisive 6-1 victory for Canby Mount Pleasant. Here are the details.
Canby Mount Pleasant delivered one of the most decisive results of the Trinidad and Tobago Premier Football League Tier 2 season, overwhelming Matura United 6-1 in a commending performance. For the opening whistle, the Tobago-based side asserted control, quickly setting the attacking rhythm that unsettled their opponents. Their fluid forward play repeatedly breached Matura's defense line, and by halftime, Canby Mount Pleasant had already established a comfortable lead. In the second half, the hosts continued to dominate, combining clinical finishing with creative link-up play and rapid transitions to net 6 unanswered goals. Each strike highlighted the team's growing confidence and tactical cohesion, sending supporters into jubilant celebration. Matura United fought vigilantly and managed a late goal, but it did little to stem the Canby tide. This empathetic victory reinforces Canby Mount Pleasant's reputation as one of the most potent forces of Tier 2 competition this season. Their dominance on the field reflects not only technical skill, but also determination to challenge for higher honors in the league. As the sole Tobago representative in the Trinidad and Tobago Premier League, the team will look to maintain momentum when they next face Malabar Young Stars FC on Saturday 7, 2026 at the Malabar Young Stars Recreational Ground, with kickoff scheduled for 4 p.m. This is Aliyah Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
The weather report when we return.
TL Promotion presents Laugh and Live this Good Friday, 7 p.m. It's non-stop laughter at Bertrude Legacy Park, Lowland. Special guest from Jamaica, Mr. Funny himself, Owen Blacker Ellis. From Trinidad, Rising Comics, Alan the Entertainer, and Son. And from Tobago, amateur comic, Bishop Terence Baines. Listen, this is a laughing matter. Get your tickets now at Den's Electronics, 2nd floor, Port Mall, Scarborough. An Island e-tickets or call 685-1988. At the door, you will pay more. It's gonna be a family affair. Laughter is good for the soul, whether you're young or you're old. So get your tickets now. You can't afford to miss it. Add some laughter to your Easter.
Tobago. It's Carnival. The vibe. The event space, formerly known as Shade, for the court Tobago, says, let's celebrate Carnival. Bring your coolers every Friday and Saturday, starting from Friday the 30th of January till Carnival week, and pay $50 at the door with your cooler all night. No ice, no chaser allowed. Top DJ and artists passing through every Friday and Saturday. To pre-book your cabanas, call 369-6414 and 394-3612. Or email ymc@gmail.com. And this promotion is going on until Easter. Gates open at 9 p.m. It's rum. It's bacchanal. Bring your coolers and come. Been down this road before. All that left is rum and bacchanal. This is Carnival.
Now for a look at the weather update from the TNT Met Office. Tonight will be mostly fair, hazy and breezy despite a brisk isolated shower across Trinidad, Tobago and the remainder of the Lesser Antilles. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny, hazy and breezy to windy with the occasional cloudy spell accompanied by light to moderate showers. Winds can gust at times, especially near showers. A moderate to occasionally high concentration of Saharan dust remains present in the atmosphere, and sensitive persons are advised to take the necessary precautions. Tonight's minimum temperature is expected to be 23 degrees Celsius at both Piarco and Crom Point. Tomorrow's maximum temperature is forecast to reach 32 degrees Celsius at Piarco and 30 degrees Celsius at Crom Point, with heat indices climbing to around 35 degrees Celsius in Piarco and 33 degrees Celsius in Crom Point. Seas will be rough, with waves near 3 meters in open waters around Trinidad and Tobago and between 3 to 3.5 meters elsewhere. In sheltered areas, waves can reach up to 2 meters and may be occasionally choppy. A hazardous seas alert yellow level remains in effect, and mariners are advised to exercise caution. Sunrise tomorrow is at 6:19 and sunset is at 6:16. And that's all the time we have for tonight's Tobago Updates news. Have a great night, but before we go, let's recap the headlines. Tobago top scholars stranded in Middle East. Tobago fisher folk spill relief delayed, not denied. And the Tobago turtle watching season kicks off.